On this week's Digital Marketing News Roundup, good news for search marketers from Google and Bing, a little bit of bad news from Facebook, but some good news from Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat.
Welcome to the Digital Marketing News. I'm Tiffany Allen, and with your first story is Josh Knight.
Hey, that's me. Actually, would you like it better if I said, yes, that's me, Joshua Knight?
No.
I feel like we should have people vote, so we could do kind of a A/B test. A/B tests, or split tests, as they're known if you are using a banana and some chocolate sprinkles and some whipped cream. I'm not here to tell you how to do your job. A/B testing is kind of the core of what marketers do. So good news this week. Facebook has decided to make it easier for us to do these tests. They've rolled out some new options for split testing to their quick creation flow. Now, before this, you could only get at these in the guided creation workflow. My gosh. Which means that it means that you had to do them all individually. So with this new workflow, you can do them in bulk instead. And, I like me some bulk. So in addition, you can optimize these tests for some of your post-Facebook engagements. You can talk about sales and conversions, or how many people opted to receive a free pair of socks from you. All of those things are available now. They added a couple of new KPIs as well. You can do CPM, which we've been looking for quite some time. And you can easily duplicate split tests and add another variable in there, because that's kind of how one does split tests. So kudos to Facebook for making our jobs a little easier this week.
Josh, though, Facebook did something else that made our jobs not so easy this week.
Thanks, Facebook.
Let me tell you more about it.
Please do.
So you heard about the Cambridge Analytica fiasco with all of the data being leaked and items happening. So now Facebook is shutting down part of the old Instagram API that may be somewhat insecure. We're not sure. If you use services like Tracker or Hootsuite or anyone else who uses that Instagram API, you probably have had several email notifications about this week. But it will significantly limit the data available from Facebook, or require additional logins, additional security, and things like that. It's also shutting down, Facebook itself is shutting down search by email or search by username on their platform.
Oh my.
I know. Again, this is the security stuff that's happening. When things go bad, you have to fix them. So again, the announcements came alongside that fiasco that I mentioned.
Kerfuffle.
Yes, up to 87 million users had their data inappropriately attained by Cambridge Analytica, up from early estimates of 50 million. So again, they're doing this for our safety. However, it might impact reporting in terms of social media reach and things like that. But again, long term, probably for the best, especially as we're talking about GDPR compliance and things like that.
Yeah, in addition to me wanting to trust the platform because I am addicted to the platform, I want people to trust the platform because I want them to be there for us to market to. So basically, it's painful, but if Facebook doesn't do this, then people leave the platform, and then we have to find out other ways to reach them. So I'm for it.
Yeah. Hey, Josh, do you want to just do your next story on your own?
If I could get you out of the shot, I would do it.
Okay, wait for the magic.
Next up, I have good news for you from the realm of Bing. We talk about Google a whole lot, but people are using Bing, and some of the people who use Bing do not use Google. So we've got to pay attention to it as marketers. And they're adding some more search features that are a little bit more intelligent and are going to make it easier for people to get what they're looking for on Bing, which means that maybe some more people are going to start using it. So I think we should pay attention. The first is that they're going to pull together facts from multiple sources. So think of this as like an answer box on steroids. Instead of having one source giving you 3 bullet points, they'll pull a bullet point from each source, and then they'll list them at the bottom in footnotes. So I think this is good for us. This gives us a little bit more chance to be included in one of those boxes. So that's great news. They also added hover over definitions for uncommon words. You can just hover your mouse over, anti-disestablishmentarianism, and it will let you know that it is a kind of peppermint flavored throat lozenge. And there are also now multiple answers for how-to questions. And again, those are pulling from multiple sources. So multiple chances to be in that kind of position 0 on the SERP. So if you've given up on Bing, I would recommend we take another look at it, because I think they're doing some exciting things. And as marketers, we should be interested in that as well. Tiffany, what have you got for us next?
Thanks, Josh. If you've heard of Google My Business pages, then you're probably aware of some new developments that have come to light. Google is now allowing publishers to put offers directly into search results. So this is, again, part of Google My Business and part of your Google My Business profile. The offer itself would have to include a photo, up to 300 words of text, a post title, a start and end deadline, and a coupon code, of course, and then, of course, a link to the offer. So this is great for retail businesses or folks that are trying to do some e-commerce. Basically, go to our website, you'll get 20% off for the next week, and here's your coupon code right into search results. So if somebody's looking for discount mismatched socks, Josh, they will find them. And of course, find your order in the search results. So keep an eye on that for you e-commerce folks out there. Wouldn't be surprised if they start to extrapolate this out to more B2B applications as well. Hey, back to us.
Thanks, Tiffany. And hi, Tiffany.
Hello.
Hey. Our final story of the week, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the way that different social media companies are dealing with privacy and third-party data and that sort of thing. Because we heard that Facebook is shutting down some things that are potentially ominous. They disabled their partner categories for potentially vulnerable ad practices. They're making it tougher for third-party people to access your data, or for your data to be available for third-party people. But the party people over at Snapchat, on the other hand, party people.
What?
Yeah, those folks are actually opening up their API. So they're kind of doing what Facebook did a couple of years ago that has now gotten us into trouble. So are you concerned about this for Snapchat, or are we just looking at this as an opportunity? What do you think?
This is kind of a thing where it's a let's just see what happens sort of deal for me. I think, it really just depends on how secure your API is. If it is open, it depends on how secure your data is. It depends on a lot of other things versus just like we've made this decision. There's a lot of technical aspects that need to be considered. I would hope as a consumer and as a marketer that data is secure and that we can, of course, use it in the future to target campaigns and things like that. But again, just can't know until it happens.
It is tricky, because I would love to see Snapchat as more of a legitimate marketing platform, and I think that's what they want too.
Right.
At the same time, I'm really hoping they're learning some lessons from Facebook, so we don't have in 5 years, they're like, whoops, Bainbridge Analytica just stole 175 million of our data things, and now everybody knows if you ever took a picture with the filter where you had the dog nose.
You, Bainbridge.
Curse you, Bainbridge Analytica, actually.
It's great. This is like a Josh and I trademark word episode of the news.
So please, Snapchat, don't go breaking our hearts. We think it's great that you're moving in this direction, but let's all take a few lessons from how mighty folks have fallen in the past couple of weeks. That's what I'm saying. And for marketers, just, stay current with this news, keep on top of it, and I don't know, maybe we can help with that a little bit.
I think the best way to stay on top of the news is by watching the news in a video form and or on the TopRank blog at toprankblog.com. Otherwise, you can follow me at Tiffany_Allen or TopRank at TopRank.
Yeah, and you can find me on Twitter at Nightrights. That's NITEWRITES. And if you want to really make sure that you're 100% caught up, I would suggest hitting the subscribe button, which is down here somewhere, and also ding that bell so that you will get notifications every time we post a new anything, really.
Yeah.
And we're posting cool stuff all the time.
Sure. All right.
So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Bye.